السيدات والسادة، مرحبا بكم في حلقة جديدة من برنامجنا الخاص مع السفراء. يسعدنا أن نستضيف اليوم سعادة سفير جمهورية إندونيسيا لدى الجزائر السيد خليف أكبر للحديث عن مسار العلاقات الثنائية بين بلدينا وما تحمله من فرص في قطاعات الاقتصاد، الطاقة، الثقافة وغيرها. سعادة السفير، أهلا وسهلا بكم معنا. تجمع الجزائر وإندونيسيا علاقات تاريخية عميقة تعود إلى مؤتمر باندونغ وحركة عدم الانحياز. كيف ترون أثر هذا الإرث على علاقاتنا الثنائية اليوم؟
Thank you, Jasmina. This is such an honor for me. It is my pleasure, indeed, to sit with you here, and then we can share what is the bilateral relation between Indonesia and Algeria. So you are very correct that actually between Indonesia and Algeria, we have a very strong historical attachment. That you mentioned before that since the 50s, we already have the kind of cooperation. So actually, our main job as the Indonesian Embassy in Algeria as a bridge builder. So with the strong historical attachment since 1950 during Bandung Conference, actually our foundation, bilateral foundation, is very strong indeed. So in this case, this is our job to make the bridge even stronger in the future. So let us get back to the 1950, during 1955, during the Bandung Conference. So at that time, when Indonesia hosted the Bandung Conference, the Asia-Africa Conference in Bandung in 1955, we invite the representative of Algeria to come to Indonesia, in this case come to Bandung, to join in this Asia-Africa Conference. Meaning, we are facilitate your effort to gain the independence during 50s. So as you know, that Algeria gained its independence on the 1962. And then soon after 1962, Indonesia recognized the state of Algeria. Then in the 1963, we established the Indonesian Embassy here in Algiers. So I fully agree with you that we have a very strong foundation, that we have a very strong historical attachment. And this is very good on how we can make the bridge between Indonesia and Algeria even stronger in the future, not only in the political, economic, but also in the second track diplomacy or people-to-people contact.
هل هنالك تنسيق بين وزارات الخارجية الجزائرية وإندونيسيا حول القضايا الدولية الراهنة؟
Yeah, indeed, once again you are very correct, Yasmina, that today's the world is, we have so many, it's very dynamic. We have so many challenges, there are so many conflicts, so many crises all over the world. On every region, we have the so-called hotspot. So Indonesia and Algeria, we are same Muslim countries, like a brother and sisters, So during the visit of our Minister for Foreign Affairs, it was took place in the December 2023. During the meeting with Minister Attaf, we agreed to establish the so-called roadmap on how we can go after, we have to do something together on how we can address all the issues, political issues, for the sake of the interest of our two brotherly countries. So, what is the roadmap? We agreed to have another joint commission meeting between Indonesia and Algeria.
What is it about?
This is about the political cooperations, and then also not only political but also economic and also the culture, and also social and also education. As I mentioned to you before, as the second track diplomacy, people-to-people contact, and then the cooperation, B2B, business to business, and also university to university. So I just would like to underline what is the importance of this roadmap. As you know, we have a very strong cooperation in the political issues. That we have the mechanism on how we support each other on our candidacy for our candidacy in so many international organizations. And then, as you know, since 2024, 2025, you become the member of a non-member of the UN Security Council. So at that time, we agree on how we can cooperate to to address the issue of Palestine. That we have the same position. So, as I mentioned to you before, this is very good for us on how we can cooperation on every field possible between two countries, the roadmap. So, inshallah, this year we will have the so-called political consultation. During the visit of our minister, we already signed 2 agreements, 2 MOUs. Number one is the visa exemption for the holder of the visa, for the holder of a diplomatic and also for the service passport. And then we have also the MOU on the cooperation on the mining and hydrocarbon. Yes, I think we can discuss. I can discuss more in detail on this very issue later on.
بعد استعراض الروابط التاريخية والسياسية ننتقل الآن إلى الجانب الاقتصادي، حيث شهدت المبادلات التجارية بين إندونيسيا والجزائر مستويات جديدة. ما هي القطاعات التي ترونها واعدة لتنويع وتوسيع التبادل التجاري بين البلدين؟
One question, Yasmina. What is the new level of our trade relation? You mean the value of the trade?
The value of your trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are very correct again. So during 2023, the trade volume of our 2 countries, Indonesia, between Indonesia and Algeria, already surpassed $1 billion. So this is very good, because before it was like below 1 billion. It's like starting from 400 million, and then that during the COVID-19, all the business activities going down, drop. So after that, the relation between Indonesia, not only on the trade but also in the tourism, once again increasing gradually, and then it was reached the peak on the 2023-24 for the trade volume. So once again, you are very correct that for the first time in the history of a trade volume between 2 countries, we already reached more than $1 billion.
It's huge.
Yep.
أبدت إندونيسيا اهتماما باتفاقية تجارية تفضيلية مع الجزائر. كيف يمكن لمثل هذه الاتفاقية أن تفتح آفاق جديدة للشراكة الاقتصادية؟
Indeed, once again, if I may refer back to the trade volume between Indonesia and Algeria, as you know that this number $1 billion actually is in favor of Algeria, because we imported a lot from Algeria for the oil and gas. As you know, we have a very big operation of our national oil company here. So we trying to explore not only the the oil and gas, but we have to look the other sectors.
Like what?
Yeah. So that is why normally for Indonesia, we prefer to go through the preferential trade agreement. So meaning we identify what is the potential commodity that we can explore, we can make the trading, the economic cooperation. And also, we come up with the idea to establish the business council. For me, this is almost different way on how we can enhance or we can increase the trade volume between Indonesia and Algeria. Through business forum or through this BTA, actually we can identify what is the commodity that we can explore in the future, on how we can enhance our trade volume in the future through this mechanism, business council. So meaning we will appoint the business representative from Indonesia and Algeria to sit in this very council. Then they can discuss, okay, Indonesia, we want to have the direct import of, let's say, dates and also, let's say, the olive oil. And then from Algeria, okay, Algeria, we need the product of palm oil, let's say, for the raw material for this the soap or for this like the cooking oil. So this kind of mechanism, then we can make our relation in terms of trade and economic is more structured, So yeah, hopefully, inshallah, once again, in this next consultation, bilateral consultation, we can also agree on the formation of or the establishment of on this business council instead of a PTA.
Yeah, that would be better. Yeah. Your Excellency will go on a short break, then come back after that. وبهذا مشاهدينا الكرام فاصل قصير سنعود وإياكم بعد قليل. مرحبا بكم مجددا مشاهدينا الكرام في هذا الحوار الخاص مع سعادة سفير إندونيسيا لدى الجزائر السيد خليف أكبر. تحدثنا عن الجانب السياسي والاقتصادي. الآن نمر إلى ملف مهم هو ملف الطاقة. شركة بارمينا في الجزائر متواجدة منذ سنوات وقد حصلت مؤخرا على تمديد لمشاريعها لمدة 35 سنة. كيف تقيمون مستقبل الاستثمار في قطاع الطاقة بالجزائر؟
Okay, Jasmina, as I mentioned to you before, after the Pertamina signed the new PSC with the Sonatra, then Pertamina will operate here for another 35 years. So meaning Pertamina will expand their investment here, not only like before. Now they can explore more oil and gas in Algeria for the period of 35 years. So for me, this is a very good achievement for us, because as you know, in Indonesia we have the policy. We impose the policy, the so-called energy security and also food security. So this is a part of our policy here on how we support our energy security. So meaning for another 35 years, I will witness that the presence of Pertamina here or presence of Indonesia here in Algeria even stronger in the future.
Will other companies will come to Algeria and invest here? Are there any other projects?
Yeah, it is very good question, because we discussed only on the energy security, and then how about food security for Indonesia? So we are now on the pipeline to have a very good cooperation again with Sonatra and Somifos in the field of phosphate. So meaning we are trying to to secure the supply line of the phosphate from Algeria to Indonesia. What is the phosphate? So the phosphate is a very basic material for us on how we can produce the fertilizer. So we are very. I would like to share my strong confidence that this kind of cooperation will be very, very good in the future. As you know, Algeria is a very advanced in terms of agriculture, and also Indonesia, we also very strong in this very field. So I believe that cooperation between Indonesia and Algeria in this case is between Sonatra and Pertamina and also Somifos. It will be very good in the future in terms of food security.
هل ترون فرصا للتعاون في مجالات أخرى مثل الطاقات المتجددة، الهيدروجين الأخضر؟
Again, I fully agree with you, Yasmina, that today it's not the world is going to to convert the fossil fuel with the so-called renewable energy, non-fossil fuel. For Indonesia, we also developed this kind of renewable energy. So I believe once again, if we have a very very good cooperation in this kind of field, then perhaps we can achieve something bigger for the people of Indonesia and also in Algeria. In Indonesia, we also develop the fuel from not only from fossil fuel, but also come from the solar panel, and then also from the palm oil. So now we also develop the so-called the biodiesel. So as you know, in Europe, they can also produce the fuel from the sunflower, something like that. In Indonesia, we develop it from palm oil.
Palm oil.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. تشكل المبادلات الثقافية والتعليمية عنصرا أساسيا في العلاقات طويلة الأمد. هل هنالك مبادلات جديدة بين الجزائر وإندونيسيا في مجال الثقافة والتعليم؟
Yeah, it's been actually I'm a very strong believer that the second track diplomacy can be as the tools for the to nurturing the good relation between two countries, not only G2G but also from people to people contact. So in Indonesia and Algeria, we have the so-called very strong cooperation between universities. And then we also, in the past, we also signed so many MOUs on this cooperation. So if I may refer back to my explanation before, that now we are preparing for the political consultation, but actually it's not only political. We also prepare the draft of MOUs, the cooperation in the field of education, and also for the research as well. As you know, so far we have more than 30 Algerians who graduated from universities in Indonesia. And then I hope that during the next political consultation, again we will renew the MOUs in this particular field. Yeah.
غالبا ما تتقاطع المواقف بين الجزائر وإندونيسيا في هيئة الأمم المتحدة ومجموعة التعاون الإسلامي والجي 77. في أي مجالات ترون أن بإمكان البلدين توحيد مواقفهما أكثر بشكل أكثر فعالية؟
Okay, Yasmina, I've been here almost 5 years to be here in Algiers, so that is why I always consider that Algeria as my second home. So I also witnessed that there are so many development on how we can nurturing the already good relation between two countries. For the political things, the political field, you are very correct that now we have a very good relation in terms of cooperation in multilateral bodies like the UN, United Nations, and also the OIC. Okay. For the UN, I think it is very clear that we have a very good mechanism on how we can support each other on our candidacy. Last year, I think last 2 years is more than 30 candidates from Indonesia and Algeria to support each other. In the OIC, if I may refer back, last few months we have the ISDB meeting here, the Islamic Development Bank. We have a very good footprint between Indonesia and Algeria in this very ISDB organization. In the OIC, your speaker of APN just came back from Indonesia to attend the parliamentarians of the OIC in Jakarta. I think it was in May or June. So it is a proof that we have a very good relation. A year before, our speakers, parliamentarian speakers, also to visit Algeria to attend this meeting on this OIC, the parliamentarian OIC. Even now we have the friendship, the committee of the friendship between two parliaments between Indonesia and Algeria. And then not only that, we have a very strong relation between two constitutional court. We have a very good, exchange of expertise, and then also we already sent the MOU on how we can share the information on our legal system. So this is only a small example that we can use the international tools forum on how we can support each other in the political field.
بالنظر إلى المستقبل، ما هي رؤيتكم لعلاقات الثنائية بين الجزائر وإندونيسيا خلال العقد القادم، وهي ما هي الأولويات التي ستركزون عليها شخصيا خلال فترة مهامكم؟
There are so many things that I can share with you, Jasmina. We have so many similarities. Not only Indonesia and Algeria, the people, the majority of people are Muslim. We have same value, we have same culture. Even there are Indonesian traditional martial art very well known here in Algeria. There is a lot of room, there is a lot of opportunity that we can explore in the future on how we can enhance our already good relation in the future. As you know, for instance, for the Palestine issue, we have the same position between Indonesia and Algeria, the solution of this, very issue. And then we can also enhance the cooperation in the field of OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries, not only on the political, but we can also expand on this ISDB for the Islamic Development Bank. Not only that, perhaps we can also nurturing our relation in the field of economic and trade. As you know, Indonesia is very well known on the halal products. Actually, we can also explore the possibility to have this kind of cooperation. And then I still remember vividly, if I may recall, during my meeting with President Tebboune, when I arrived here at the first time, actually we can also explore on the religious tourism here. Because as you know, there are so many Indonesian Muslims who just would like to visit here. So this kind of thing actually that not only political things, G2G, but also, as I mentioned once again, people to people, second track diplomacy. So to answer your question, so meaning there's a lot of opportunity that we can explore for the betterment of our relation, bilateral relation in the future.
On that part, could you tell us about the visa? Or can Algerian acquire visa easily?
Yeah, it is very easy for our brother and sister of Algeria to obtain the visa if they would like to come and visit Indonesia. And I believe that Indonesians who would like to come to visit Algeria, I'm sure that they will also get the same treatment at your embassy in Jakarta. Here, if you're talking about the visa process, this is according to the book, is 5 days. 5 days of to obtain the visa, Indonesian visa. But to some extent, actually, we can also to issue the visa 1 or 2 days, if it's in the urgent matters. So yes, indeed, it is very easy to get or to obtain Indonesian visa for every brother and sisters of Algeria. Just come to visit our embassy here. Please meet our requirements and then bring the relevant documents. Then, inshallah, it's a very short process.
Yeah. During your stay here in Algeria, could you tell us what you liked, what you enjoyed and liked most here?
Okay. As I mentioned to you, it's like a second home to me. Because, as you know, we have same Muslim brothers and sisters. And then the food, I don't have any problem with the food. But for me, to be very frank, it's the weather. Because us, Indonesian, we are very tropical person. So meaning we have only, we know only summer all over the years. But here in Algiers, I have to deal with the winter. To me, it's I'm okay, but since I'm a very tropical person, sometimes I feel so different because of the winter. But the weather, yes. But once again, it's my pleasure to be here, and then especially when we surrounded with very friendly people, and then we are also the same Muslim brother and sisters. So, inshallah, everything will be fine.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for joining us and for your valuable insight.
Yasmina, as I mentioned, it is definitely my pleasure to have this kind of discussion for me, it's kind of discussion on how I can share with you all the information about our people, about your people, and then between our two governments, and inshallah, as a bridge builder, we can make our bridge even stronger in the future.
إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله.
وبهذا مشاهدينا الكرام نصل إلى ختام هذا الحوار الخاص. شكرا جزيلا لكم وإلى اللقاء.